All right, man, we back. Goodfellas Sports TV in the building. Apparently, there's a rumor going around saying that James Harden wants to join the Brooklyn Nets. Let's talk about it. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Check out the NBA Talk playlist. And by the way, check us out on Sportscastr. The link is in the description. It's basically a new platform for sports talk. So if you guys don't like the YouTube thing, check out Sportscastr. It's a really, really good program, man, or platform. So check it out. My link's in the description. Subscribe over there. Sign up. It's 100% free 99, all right? Free. But yeah, I'm not mad at it. Him, Kyrie, and James Harden, him, Kyrie, and Kevin Durant, I'm not mad at it. Just asking pretty much how does it work? Or how do you get there? Then how does it work? How do you get there? For the most part, really you looking at Spencer Dinwiddie, Karis LeVert, and probably Jared Allen, okay? And then you got to look and see how many assets as far as draft picks do Brooklyn got. And that's how you get there. Because you're thinking about 76ers offered Ben Simmons for James Harden. I mean, Karis LeVert is a guy that you probably want to keep around or in the fold because he's a good glue guy. You know, you can bring him off the bench. He can start. He can defend multiple positions. Spencer Dinwiddie is the guy you probably want to get rid of. Even though him and Kyrie actually can play together. But I think Spencer Dinwiddie want an opportunity where he can spread his rings and actually do something. I think he could be an all-star in this league. He came in the league, I think, from Colorado with a knee injury. We drafted him in Detroit with the Pistons. You want to check out my Detroit channel. I talk some Pistons and everything else. Detroit over there is Motor City Sports Talk right here on YouTube. And I think trading him and LeVert down to Houston would be a good start for them. I mean, you got two guys that got all-star potential now. Will they reach all-stars? You know, all-star status is the question. But, you know, them two and Jared Allen is a good fix because, you know, Houston need a big fella. You know what I'm saying? They need a big fella. It's as simple as that. The only problem with Allen is he need to put some strength on. Now, unless they really want DeAndre Jordan, then that's the question. You know, but it says Brooklyn will be hitting the reset button 2020-21 season. New coach with Durant set to make debut, trying to see how many picks they got. I hate when they do these articles and they don't tell you the picks that they got. I'm not sure, man. I mean, they got the 19th and 55th pick. So they got picks again. So for this to happen, Houston is probably going to want their next 2 or 3 draft picks, just assuming that they're going to be low draft picks, right? And also, Houston is probably going to want to move P.J. Tucker, Robert Covington. They probably going to want to move some of those guys and get compensation there as well, too. So, you know, they got the assets to do so. Do you prefer bringing James Harden in, or do you try to get Bradley Beal, which may be a better fit? Now, the only question that's with Brooklyn, if you lose those pieces, only question you have is defensively, how do they do well? Their backcourt is defensively challenged. Kyrie can lock in when he wants to. James Harden don't really lock in. Durant coming off the injury, they say looking good. Gilbert Arenas, John Wall, he can lock in. DeAndre Jordan is older, but he still can lock in. I just think that backcourt is a defensive issue. So therefore, you're going to need an anchor in the middle. You're going to need Durant to play good. And then you're really going to need maybe a really good defensive guy to play alongside of Jordan and Durant. Like maybe a Covington. I mean, you know, maybe you could fit a Michael Kidd-Gilchrist in there. And even though he's offensively challenged, maybe he could lock down. But they need like that Tayshaun Prince type of guy, DN3 type of guy, Jared Wallace, maybe not as much 3. So pretty much, that's the issue with them. Personally, I think they find the way they are. You put Karis LeVert in there, he can defend. I know he got some physical challenges as far as injury, but I loved him coming out of Michigan. I loved him at Michigan. I'm a Michigan fan as well. You say you keep Jared Allen, you keep Spencer Dinwiddie is the guy you're going to want to trade, honestly. You know, he tired of kind of being in the fold, and I think he got 1 year left. So really you looking, we got Dinwiddie, who can be an all-star. Where do we move him? Can we move him for multiple players? That's the question. You know, you look at Miami and say, can we move him and bring somebody there? Can we move him with Boston and, bring a couple guys there? I mean, you got to look at they take Dinwiddie, and let's say we want to fill the roster out. Because really you got a nice roster. You say you got Kyrie, you got Karis LeVert, Allen, DeAndre Jordan playing the center. They rotated, Kevin Durant. So really, do you want to say, let me take Dinwiddie and let me get Robert Covington and let me get P.J. Tucker and maybe the house guy. And I can send them down there and get those three and fill out my roster. Obviously, got to make the thing, the cap fit. But if I can put Tucker out there, Covington out there, and maybe bring back Joe Harris and kind of bring him off the bench, I think P.J. Tucker and Covington, I think both of them would be a good fit for him. You know, they really can give you that defensive-minded guy because you play LeBron, who knows how KD ankle will be doing, but that's a good defensive team. You could bring Covington, you can bring Covington or P.J. Tucker off the bench, and you can have Harris off the bench. You can have a solid bench, or you can go out there to Phoenix and trade Spencer Dinwiddie if they don't get Chris Paul and bring in Kelly Oubre. And maybe you can sweeten the pot to get the 10th pick, but you can bring in Oubre. He's a guy that right around Durant. Durant maybe be that 4-3 type of guy. You can put Oubre there, and that's a really good team too. With Oubre and Karis LeVert, that's going to make them, and Allen getting stronger, and Jordan, that's going to make them a defensive team. And also you can bring Harris back. You can have a solid bench as well too. You know, so I think what I would do is Karis, if I could trade Dinwiddie for Kelly Oubre, that kind of balancing out. Kyrie, you got LeVert that can defend. You got Durant that can defend. We don't know how you're going to defend off the Achilles. Jordan Allen can defend. And then you put a guy out there like Oubre who can defend multiple positions. That's kind of where the league should go. Super teams is cool, but when you get you one really solid good team with good depth, you're not an Anthony Davis or Kevin Durant injury away from losing it. You know what I'm saying? So I think Brooklyn should just, keep it as a whole. Now, personally, I think James Harden to Miami or Portland would do well for him. Or even Philadelphia. If you can get him to, Portland, put him in with Damian Lillard, they kind of balance each other out a little bit. I know that's not the defensive guy I said they should have like a Klay Thompson, but where Damian Lillard is strong at, James Harden is weak at. So when Harden go cold in the playoffs, Damian Lillard can pick it up. And that's the question. If you could bring Melo back in that situation, you get Nurkic back. You got somebody that can defend the rim. Maybe you can keep Whiteside back on a good deal. That'd be a dangerous bunch. Now, I don't know if they would have the cap room to somehow, some way bring Gordon Hayward over there. But you could put Gordon Hayward, Nurkic, Melo, James Harden, and Damian Lillard out there. That's a dangerous team in the West. Because really, Damian Lillard may not get an MVP, but James Harden can really carry them through the regular season. And for James Harden, he won't have to exert that much energy. Come playoff time, then Damian can balance him, and he can balance Damian. If you could put Hayward in that situation, that'd be dangerous. So I think Miami, Portland is good for you. Plug them into Miami. You send Hero some picks. They got a lot of picks over there too. And, maybe Dragic or somebody else they want. Or you taught out him, Jimmy Butler, and whoever Bam and them. Where Jimmy is strong at is he a big-time player. You can have quarter 1 through 3. Jimmy going to heat up in the fourth and bring it home. Where James Harden struggles to close games out in the playoffs, where you got Jimmy Butler that can close. So for him, those are the two big places to go. In Philly, if they don't get Joel Embiid health right, it ain't going to matter. They're going to lose because he ain't going to be there when it counts. So I like him in Miami or Portland. That's just my personal opinion. In Brooklyn, I just think that's too much offense and not enough defense. They go out there and score 120, 130 points a game, but they're going to probably give up 120, 30 depending on Durant health and ability to move laterally. So in my opinion, with Kevin Durant history, injury, and also Kyrie history of being injured, I think Dinwiddie for P.J. Tucker, Covington, and Deron House, or for Kelly Oubre would be the move for the Brooklyn Nets. That's just how I would go about it. But hey, let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to check out our NBA Talk playlist. Don't forget to check us out on Sportscastr. That first link in the description. Want to make a donation to the channel? Best way to donate, share the video, hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. All those links in the description. We got a Facebook group as well too. Check that out, man. And all my live streams going to be at Goodfellas Sports TV 2.0. That's my additional backup channel. We can't go live right now over here. But yeah, I think I wouldn't do Harden. That's just too much top heaviness. But hey, let me know what you think about Harden. Should he go to Brooklyn? Should he not? Do you agree with me? You don't agree with me? Let me know in the comment section. One time for the one time.